Good evening and welcome to NGM Sports. Today is another Thursday, the 20th of March 2025. I've been your host, Usman BI. Our guest for today's program is Ibrahim Kevi Sonko, sport journalist. We'll be discussing about the Gambia preparation for the Gambia preparation for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers. Here on NGM New Global Media. This is your sports stream with Usman BI. And then we thank our able technician, who is no other person than Mr. Swane in the United States of America. Our guest for today is Ibrahim Akebi Sonko, the sport journalist of the Gambia. Mr. Sonko, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Vi, and it's indeed a pleasure to be on NGM New Global Media to talk about the Gambia upcoming qualifiers. In the
Mhm.
FIFA World Cup, and soon I know the team list will be out, and then you know already the enthusiasm in the town, in the country is booming because it has been a while since the Gambia played, and today will be another day again.
Exactly as you rightly mentioned, today is our game against Kenya in the Ivorian capital of Abidjan. Before we go further, I know you personally, but for the benefit of those who are following the program, can you describe yourself?
Well, in simple terms, I am a journalist, who have been in the trade for more than 10 years. I'm a teacher too for closely, I can say confirmed 8 years as a qualified teacher. I live in Brikama. I'm a Gambian by national, so I think that's
Okay, thank you so much. That is a very good, wonderful. Now let's just go straight to the program. As we all know, Gambia is playing today, and then I want you to tell us what does the Scorpion needs in the upcoming games.
well. This is a two crucial game. The Gambia already find themselves at the wrong end of the table. That means in the bottom half of the table, and then if they have to qualify to the World Cup qualifier for the first time ever, they to start from
Mhm.
winning the match against Kenya. Remember, the match against Kenya is not going to be an easy task. Kenya too, they slightly rank above the Gambia, but in terms of personnel, I want to believe the Gambia have a far much more better squad than Kenya. But again, it will be a big battle to tonight. And then a few days later, the Gambia will also lock horns against Cote d'Ivoire in Abidjan on Monday. So basically, in for the Gambia to revive its season, its World Cup qualifying chances, they have to win at least one of these matches and draw another, or better, in fact, win the two, the two qualifiers for March. That is today against Kenya and on Monday against Ivory Coast. There are, is for me. Some people might see it as a tall order. Yes, remember the Gambia is going to play against Ivory Coast next. Cote d'Ivoire have never lost, for more than 10 years. They have never lost in a qualifier at home, either it is in the World Cup qualifiers or in the Africa Cup of Nations qualifier. And in terms of squad, I think they have a better squad. Uh, you know, they have top players. But again, I think the Gambia also, just like Coach Jonathan McKinsey put it the other day, the Gambia has what it takes to hurt them. So on their day, they can score and defend well.
Okay, in terms of preparation, how prepared is the Scorpions?
Well, preparation for international matches is never enough, but this time around, I don't think many Gambians should be will complain. Even the players, you know, they flew into Abidjan as early as possible. The first 15 players to arrive at their training, then the other contingent arrived. So at least all every member of the team has trained twice with the team. So the first match of international matches is always a problem, because especially if you are Gambia, you have your players playing in across the world, from Africa to Europe, to America. So that is a problem. But again, I don't think that we have any cause to complain for how they arrived. I think the ministry, together with the Gambia Football Federation, did very well to make sure that they assemble the players as quick as possible in Abidjan.
Okay. Any update in terms of injury concern? Do we have any injury concern within the players in the camp?
As per my knowledge, there was no injury. Before the players joined the camp, there was some injury worries for Umar Kuri. But earlier today, in a press conference, the coach, does away those, hopes. He said Umar is fine. He's fit enough to start. So as of now, we don't have any injury worries. All the players are fit and sound, and I'm sure as of from any moment from now, the team list will roll in.
Okay, and we have seen some new faces, the likes of Sekou Toure and Al Hassan Yirinjang, and other players. Are you convinced with the players selected to come and represent the Gambia? Are you convinced that those are the players that Gambia definitely need at this moment?
Well, basically, the worrying part was only for me. It was only for the defense, knowing that James Gomez, who have been a regular for the national team, is dropped. But again, the season for the season had just they were on a winter break, so maybe he lacked my fitness. Probably that's the reason why he's not selected. Umar throughout his career, he's a first choice centre back for all the clubs he played for. But since he moved to Pau in Greece, a top club, he has been finding it very difficult to stamp his authority. He has been in and out of the team, coupled up with some injury. More Lion Jai today, also the same. The team is on a pre-season. The league just started, and Sirif Sinyan, who has been on top form last season, this season he moved to a new club, and then their season just started, and when you move to a new club, it's a problem. So we have other young defenders, in the name of Alaji Sen and others, but again, and Idrissa Cisse, all these players, it moved to a new club, so he finds it very difficult too. And then for Sen, you know, they were on a winter break, so probably the coach, thought it wisely not to invite him. But there was also some good defenders like Mikael Tembedu of Real de Banjul, who back home, with the coach, which I understand at some point, in fact, he's one of the options. But again, he went in for the European-based players. I don't, I think it is cool. And when you look at the players also who joined, Alassane Rajang has scored already 9 goals for Pedrova in the Slovakian top tier league. He's the leading goal scorer for Pedrova in the league, scoring 7 goals, assisting 3. And again, Gibin Silla, a very, very intelligent player. We have seen him back home in the Gambia here playing for Samga before moving to Fortune. And then later he started his semi-professional career with Tengiek in Senegal, where he caught the attention of many people. But instead of traveling to Europe, he opted for a move to uh, Raja Casablanca, where he played the 4 season. He couldn't mark his stamp. He found it so difficult. He was loaned to Azam in Tanzania, where since last year he has been playing his football. Fantastic baller. He has been doing well. And the Baga, the goalkeeper too. I don't know much about him, but I have been reading about him because I made it a habit to follow every Gambian player everywhere in the world we are playing, either in the Gambia or anywhere. So he has been playing for his club in the Scottish League One. So I think he's brought into at least produce some kind of competition. Because the Scorpion over for a long time now, we struggle who is the number one goalkeeper. It used to be between
Yeah.
Modou Diop Toldo and
Okay.
Bankar, who is the number one.
Yes.
All the two one to Toldo fade away. Recently, he's playing, but he has not been selected. He's playing in Rwanda, and then for Gay, he was injured. He recently got a team, but for the team, the new coach has never invited him, yet. And then we have Ibrahim Jaju, a very good goalkeeper, who have been given the nod most of the time ahead of Sexibi. So he barely come to give them competition. But let's see what he has for the Gambia. Will he convince Jonathan McKinsey and his goalkeeping coaching department to start him today? You know, soon we'll get to know.
Yeah, there is one player in France in the names of
Yes, Sekou.
Mahadi Kamara.
Yeah, Sekou have been a very good player. Yeah, some of us who cover the league for quite a long time, we have watched him play and captain before he left. The
Mhm,
Gambia, Marimo Parkfoot. Marimo, he captained Marimo. He played for Marimo. When he was very very young, and then he moved to Superstar. Superstar transfer him to Europe in Israel, where he played for Maccabi Haifa. So he played for Maccabi Haifa. In fact, in the same team with Abdullah Sanyang. By then
mhm,
both of them moved to France to play for Grenoble, and he has
mhm.
been a fine a box-to-box midfielder for that matter. And at worst, he can also play as a defensive midfielder, and he can also play as a right back or even as a defender. So I know a little about him because I watch him play here back home in the
Yeah.
Gambia here.
Can you tell us something about Mahadi Kamara? Kamara, according to what the report that we are seeing, that he was invited, but he never honored the invitation for the Gambia.
Who?
Mahadi Kamara in France.
Well, Madi, I understand that he has a phobia, about entering in a plane before.
Mhm,
You know, Many coaches in the Gambia by then try. I remember, talking with Thompson Fair. He tried a lot to convince him. At some point, he gave, he almost gave in to play for the Gambia, but still he's unavailable. I
mhm.
understand Senegal will try him, but I think for Madi, it's beyond just football. The boy is so good playing some top level football, but he's not just
Yeah.
ready to play for Gambia. So the coach tried to invite him, but like I said, he has some phobia of entering in the plane or being in a flight for so long. And if you want to travel from Europe to maybe to the Gambia, it might not be so long, but to some part of Africa, like South Africa, sometimes the journey can be quite tiring. So maybe these are one of the reasons why he could not join the Gambia yet. But hopefully, whenever he decides
Mhm.
to join the Gambia these 2 3 years, he's a top player that would add value to the Gambia's national team.
Okay. As we all know, for today's game is our home game, and then we are playing our home games for the past years outside. Does that have any impact on the theme qualifications?
Well, for me, I think yes, because there's no club in the world, no team in the world, no national team in the world that wouldn't want to play their home games at home. That There's a reason why we have home advantage. There's a reason why in fixtures we are playing home and away. The reason is
Mhm.
when you are playing at home, at least for you to have that little bit competitive edge to against your rival. So it's a shame that we are not playing at home, and the ministry, together with the GFF, are doing everything possible. I know it's the job of the ministry. They own the stadium. They have been renovating it. Funds have been paid. But for me, I want to believe the last time I visited the stadium, the condition of the pitch is very good. That has been the thing that that led us not to play here in the Gambia, the Independence Stadium. But I'm sure come the next window of international football, inshallah, the Gambia is going to play at home.
But now, what is the problem? Because for you, you said you visited the stadium, and then the pitch is good. Even the coach also attests to that. That the current state of the Gambia stadium or the pitch is better than some stadiums around in North Africa. What is the problem? Why still CAF are yet to approve the Gambia to play their home games in the Gambia?
The last time when CAF inspectors were in the Gambia, the pitch was not good enough. That is the fact. Because
Okay.
when they came for the first time, um, they don't have any problem with the pitch. When their
Mhm.
second time, when they came in, they, because the first time when they came in, it was the dressing room how it is was done. There was no enough space at the media cabin, and there is no space for the disabled men and women who want to come and watch the game. Those were the problems. But the federation together with Keely, the Ministry of Youth and Sport, fixed that. But what happened is, I know many people never. I never said this in the media, and I'm privileged to this information. It was a sprinkler pipe that got damaged. That has a problem. When it has a problem, at least a month before the CAF inspectors come in, the stadium management do not work enough to make sure that they repaired. And imagine, the pipe was costing only about $4,000. The supervisors
Wow.
saying about that, but so unfortunately, the stadium management do not act accordingly until days before the CAF inspectors you know, were expected to
Around.
arrive. And then
Mhm,
when the honorable minister went to the stadium and see that the condition of the pitch, plain pitch, is definitely not okay, they have to even
mhm,
hire the fire and rescue service to come to water
mhm,
the place, to water the place. So when they water
mhm,
water the place, at least it was germinating, but you can see,
mhm.
the pitch was not as green as the CAF inspectors want it. So they deemed the
Yeah.
stadium unfit to host matches.
Mhm,
But I'm sure how the condition of the pitch is, next time when they come in,
mhm.
we are going to play.
Okay, now let's talk about the technical side, the coach and his staffs. We are having it was Thompson Fett who was there, who qualified the Gambia into back-to-back Africa Cup of Nations, but he never qualified us to the World Cup. Now we have a new gaffer in the names of Jonathan McKinstry. How will you compare these two? Because people are saying for Tom, he always play defensive football. For Jonathan McKinstry, he play attacking football. But yes, still, resource that the Gambians people need or wants are yet to come. How will you rate these two coaches?
Well, in terms of results, it's an insult to compare Jonathan McKinsey and that of Thompson
Tom.
Fed. No matter what happened, with all the critics, the media, and the fans of the Scorpions, levy on him, managed to qualify the
Mhm,
Gambia to AFCON. In fact, it was the first time, and then, as if the first one was a fluke, you know, he qualified us again from Cameroon 2021 to the 2023 Cote d'Ivoire
mhm.
AFCON. I think that is the best any coach can do. So
Yeah.
the standard before Jonathan McKenzie came in as the coach of the Gambia, the least we expect from the media, we expect as a country is to qualify is for the Gambia to qualify for the AFCON. So well,
Mhm,
Jonathan came in. The football was enterprising. It was good, like he put it. It was forward thinking. But again, if in as much as we came so close to qualifying, but this team was not good enough to qualify us, and that's where he failed his first assignment, and that is a big
mhm,
problem. In fact, in his contract,
mhm,
it is that he must qualify the Gambia to the Africa Cup of Nations and give us
mhm,
a decent run in the World Cup qualifiers. That is the
mhm,
worrying. But unfortunately, yes, I acknowledge as a fan the football they played under Jonathan McKinsey was so nice.
mhm,
But again, as a nation, what do we need?
mhm.
Do we need good football or we need results to take us to the next level? I think what we need is results to take us to the next level. I'm a huge fan of Jonathan McKinsey and his football. But again,
Mhm,
realistically, I know the Gambia, what we need right now is
mhm.
result for us we can be in the next major competition. The more our
Exactly.
boys play major competition, the better for us, and the more the scouts will come to the Gambia in our league to scout our
Mhm,
players. And that is something me and you and everybody in the Gambia will want. But I'm sure
mhm,
too, the next qualifier, Jonathan, if he is not able to qualify the Gambia, he'll get his sack. No worries
mhm.
about
Okay. Okay. And now the time is going. We are left with just few minutes to go. Um, what are you expecting into today's game against Kenya? Mr. Sonko,
Yeah, look, I said it before. Kenya sits just above the Gambia in the FIFA
in
ranking,
terms
but
of ranking?
compared to them, yes, they are, they are a better team in terms of pedigree and history and everything. But I think the Gambia has what it takes to win against
Mhm.
Kenya. But that has been said. I not said
Kenya. Mhm.
win game for the Gambia, but again, it's a must-win game in other sense if we want
Mhm.
to at least revive our chances of qualifying for the World Cup. Today's game must be win. It's a must-win game. We must win that today.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Okay, then finally, what do you have before we say bye bye to the program?
Well, for me, I think it's okay. Thank you very much for inviting me to your platform, and thanks to the
Mhm.
technician for they are able to work behind the scenes. That's it. Thank you.
Mhm. Thank you very much, and then hope to have you next time, inshallah.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Bye bye for now. This is NGM Sport. I am Usman Bi.